Canelo Crawford, what a fucking fight. This fight is a fight that, boxing fans not only want to see, but the general public want to see as well. More eyes coming to the sport.
Right, and another combination! Beautiful right hand! It's a chance against two! Here it is. Again, more!
It's a mega fight. It's a clash of two titans, two guys who have reached the pinnacle of their sport multiple times. Undisputed champions, both of them, going for more supremacy. Now, it's an interesting one. It's going to be a difficult one to pick and choose. My choice has changed constantly. You see a little bit of footage of Canelo Alvarez. You see footage of Crawford, and you start to think, okay, maybe he has the edge. No, he has the edge. So picking the right decision of the way the fight is going to go, from my mindset as a fighter and a fan of the sweet science, might change, because again, styles make fights. We have to wait till they're both in the ring, these two titans. But the way I see the fight going is Canelo is the pressure fighter. He's got to put the pressure on Crawford. He has to be able to land his big shots. He's seasoned at fighting at super middleweight. He's fought as high as light heavyweight, as we know. So he is accustomed to the bigger punches, the bigger shots. I don't think Crawford can really land anything that's going to trouble a guy like Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is such a good pressure fighter, and for him to be successful in this fight, he needs to be able to really cut the ring off very, very well with a guy like Terrence Crawford. Now, we saw in Canelo's last fight against Saul that he was not able to really cut him off well. So that has caused a lot of doubters, and people starting to think, Crawford will have that edge in the footwork and the movement department. But, when you're fighting a big fight, you're going to get up for a big fight, and he's really going to be at his best against a guy like Terrence Crawford. So I believe he will cut the ring off, very, very well. And for him to be successful, he has to land shots on Crawford, put him in two frames of minds, make Crawford double think every time Canelo goes into and wants to land shots and land shots. Now, a guy like Crawford is so slick, so dynamic, able to punch you from different angles and different stances. We see he switches from orthodox to southpaw. He might fight the whole fight in southpaw. So he's so dynamic. Now, he's the kind of guy that he's going to put Canelo in two kind of frames of mind, where Canelo might just be out of reach and Crawford's going to be able to land, them shots. We saw it in the Spence fight. But, this is such a give or take fight. It really, both guys, they do such great things. Both guys have such dynamic, boxing attributes. And like I said, Canelo has to press Crawford. He has to be able to use his size, bully him, and able to land them shots that are going to hurt him and put him in two frames of mind. Now, Crawford, on the other hand, as much as the size difference doesn't really look like there is a size difference, there is a difference in the weight they've been fighting at. And like I said, Canelo's been fighting as high as light heavyweight. Crawford, in his last fight, did go up to junior middleweight against Madrimov. He did seem to struggle a little bit with a guy at a higher weight. So now you're moving up to super middleweight, will have some effect. But again, it is the biggest fight of his life, biggest fight of Canelo's life, and you're going to truly think that they're going to be prepared for anything. But the big thing is, will Crawford be able to dictate the fight against a guy like Canelo Alvarez, who's the bigger man, the guy who's going to be pushing the pressure? We saw the way he dictated and hurt Errol Spence.
A litany of angles, and here comes Spence though as Crawford, and down goes Spence for the second time in the fight, and Spence is hurt.
In that big fight where no one thought he would be able to do that against a guy like Spence. So, it's going to be very, very interesting. Now, I've got two ways this fight, can go. Crawford's way of winning the fight, I truly believe, is he needs to outbox Canelo Alvarez. He needs to, make his feet look real silly, be able to maneuver him and make Canelo second guess himself every single time, winning a points decision. So if I'm a betting man, there's two factors I'm going in this fight. It's Canelo by a stoppage or a knockout, Crawford points decision. But if I had to put all my money on one, I really believe there is weight divisions in boxing for a reason. And coming up them weight divisions all the way to super middleweight, when you fought a lot of your career at welterweight and junior welter, and obviously lightweight as well, Crawford, I would be going Canelo Alvarez with a stoppage, decision, not points. I don't think he can beat him on points. I truly think his way to victory is a stoppage. So there you have it. Canelo Alvarez, stoppage, knockout, TKO, whatever way, but the fight doesn't go to 12 and he's victorious. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified for brand new content every week.